you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Naylin, back with another video today. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys go and hit that subscribe button because I want 1.5k by the end of this month. We at 1.3k right now, so thank you. Before we get into the video, I just want you to know that this video is sponsored by OCM.com, and if you don't know what that is, that's basically a website where it sells like dorm supplies like bedding, pillows, sheets, comforters, everything you need. It's on that website. I wish I would have known about this website before I went to college, because literally they have bundle deals of like, pillows, comforters, whatever, for a decent price compared to what I was paying last year. I thought I was getting all these good sales on Amazon and Target, and I spent way more money than what I would have spent if I would have just went to OCM. And I do have a discount code for you guys. It is Naylin20. Everything you need to know will be linked down below. The link to the actual website will be linked down below. So yeah, if you haven't ordered your dorm stuff yet, make sure you guys go and check it out and get y'all some stuff for a cheap price. And there's cute stuff, and there's stuff for boys, girls, anybody. So lately I've seen that you guys really been enjoying the college videos, so I was like, you know what, we're moving in next month, let me do a moving video so you know what you need and what you don't need. Okay, there's a lot of stuff you need and there's only a little bit of stuff you don't need. But at the same time, everything is optional and up to you. And honestly, you're going to watch these videos and you're not going to listen to them anyways, because I know I damn sure didn't listen. And then if you watch my move out vlog, you know that I was complaining about all the stuff I had to pack up. But you live and you learn, feel me? So I wrote down all the stuff. It looks like a lot, but it's not a lot, I promise. I was just writing down everything that came to my mind, but I am going to sum it up. So obviously you already know to bring all your bedding, sheets, comforters, pillows, That's why I said go check out OCM. So we're just going to fly right past through that part, because if I gotta tell you to bring bedding, then girl, you want to bring utensils. Like, there's gonna be so many times where you steal food from, not even steal, because you paid for that. That's why the tuition is so freaking high. But you're gonna take food from the dining hall. Like, for example, I used to take tater tots from the dining hall. I don't know why, but I'm just addicted to them. And like, just whatever, you're just gonna take stuff from the dining hall. And you want to make sure that you have Tupperware and utensils, so that when you take the stuff, you have something to put it in. And on top of that, when you're in your room, you have something to eat it with. Now, you can either buy plastic utensils, and they come in like boxes of like 50, 75, 100, 200, whatever. And that way, say if you have people in your room or a little get together, whatever, you can give everybody a fork and just toss it out. Or you can do what I did. I just bought like a utensil set. So I had like 2 forks, 2 spoons, 2 butter knives. And yeah, I just washed it as I went, or as I used them, I mean. And yeah, Tupperware is really important, because like I said, you're going to be taking stuff from the dining hall. And if you go to Albany, well, if you're a freshman, the dining hall, yeah, you're just going to take food from there. But if you're a sophomore up, you know that you're going to be using all your CC dollars. And listen, that food is not cheap. So best believe if I don't finish something, I'm taking it back to my room and I'm putting it in the Tupperware, and that's just that on that. The next thing you're going to need that I feel like so many people forget, like literally so many people forget. Like, I feel like everybody brings the little Lysol wipes to wipe the room down when they move in. And then they just stop there. Like, they don't think, oh, I might need more cleaning products, for the rest of the year that I'm going to be here. But make sure you bring a broom, a Swiffer, a hand vacuum, Lysol wipes, like just disinfectant spray. I'm not saying you have to buy all those. Make sure you have like one of each. Like, so make sure you have at least a hand vacuum and disinfectant spray, or the Swiffer wet jet and Lysol wipes, because you're gonna have people in your room, or even if you don't have people in your room, you yourself are going to drop crumbs, or say it was snowing or raining outside and you walk in and the snow melts and now there's dirty water on the floor. Like, there's literally going to be so many times where your floor gets dirty, and just over time the floor naturally just accumulates dust. So make sure you have like all the cleaning products you need, because you don't want to be in a nasty room. Like, you're already surrounded by a whole bunch of kids that could potentially get you sick. So you don't need to have a dirty room that's going to get you sick as well, especially if you have asthma. Asthma and dust do not mix. So baby girl, make sure you clean up that room, period. The next thing you're going to need that I feel like a lot of people forget about, what did I just say? Forget it about? That I feel like a lot of people forget about just because they don't really think about that. They just think about notebooks, pencils, folders, that's it. But make sure you bring tape, a stapler, glue, markers, Sharpies. Now, I'm not saying you're going to need the glue and the markers and the Sharpies, but you never know. Your teacher might just assign a random project, or I don't know. I really don't know, but it's better to have it on hand than to not have it at all. And you're definitely going to need a stapler and tape, because first of all, you're probably going to tape stuff to your wall, or you're just going to need tape for something. And you're going to need a stapler just because when you're handing in certain stuff, like for example, my WCI class, writing critical inquiry, we had to hand in essays like almost every 2 weeks, and I did not have a stapler. So I had to like text all my friends like, does anybody have a stapler? Does anybody have a stapler? Because he would not accept it if it wasn't stapled. And it wasn't until the point where he realized nobody had a stapler that he started bringing one to class for us. But if he wasn't nice enough to do that, I probably wouldn't have gotten my stuff graded, because I personally did not have a stapler, so I need to make sure that I buy one this year. But yeah, make sure you bring a stapler, because these teachers are such jerks that they're like, oh, you're an adult, why don't you have a stapler? Like just get a stapler. The next thing you're gonna want to bring is a Brita filter, just because if you live in a communal, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna want to drink water from the bathroom. I can't speak for all college campuses. I know like there are water fountains sporadically spread out throughout the campus, but chances are there's not going to be one close to you. Like, I know there was a water fountain in the tower I lived in, but it was near the gym. So when the gym was closed, I couldn't get to it. And then the one that I could get to didn't even work. So if I wanted water, I either had to have my own bottled water in the room, or I had to drink water from the sink, which I was not doing. So I would definitely recommend just get a Brita filter, put the water in, you know, filter it, put it in the fridge, whatever. And that's going to save you so much money, because me and my roommate spent so much money last year just buying water from Walmart. We would literally just buy the water bottles, and then, you know, if me and her are taking one every day, there's 24 in a pack, there's 2 of us, there's 2 a day. That thing was only lasting for 12 days, and then we had to go back and buy another one. I'm not saying the water was expensive, but I'm just saying, like, every cent counts in college, okay? So if you don't need to spend money, don't spend the money. Just get a Brita filter, and that's a really good investment. And speaking of Brita filters, get a hydro flask or some type of water bottle to put the water in so you can take it to class. Because listen, there's nothing worse than having to buy a drink every day. Now, if you're buying coffee every day, that's different, even though you can buy Keurig and get that for your room. But you definitely don't want to be buying water every day, because stuff in the vending machine is overpriced. It was like $2 to $3 for a bottle of water in the city. That's like $1, $1.50. So definitely just buy a Brita filter, buy a hydro flask or water bottle, and save yourself a whole lot of money. The next thing you're gonna want to get is storage bins for like your hair products, your snacks, miscellaneous things. But as far as the storage bin situation, I would definitely, I'm not going to say don't buy any storage, probably buy like 1 or 2 of like, you know, the cute bins that you could put in your closet, or like cute stuff that you could like slide under the bed. But don't go crazy with the storage. You definitely want to wait till you get to the room to really see how like your space is looking, because for example in Albany, you can watch all these different dorm room tours, but Albany has so many different rooms that you really don't know which room you're going to get and how much space you're going to have. So I would definitely wait till you get to the room and then see, okay, how big is the closet? Because my closet was really small, but then my friend's closet, his closet was literally the size of me and my roomie's closet combined. So like I said, just definitely wait till you get there and see how much space you have, to see how much stuff you need to buy to, you know, really maximize the space. So the next thing you want to make sure you get is a closet organizer. If you watch my move-in like day, or like me setting up in my room or whatever, you guys know I had this big closet organizer that just like, you hang it up like where you hang everything else at, and then it just falls down. And basically it's just like all these little cubby holes, and you can either put clothes in there or shoes. I personally put clothes in there just because I really didn't have that much space. But it was like the greatest thing ever, because if I did not have that, you guys, I really don't know where all that stuff would have went. I don't even know where I would be right now, like. But no, but for real, like, make sure you get a closet organizer. Like, it just saves so much space, and it really maximizes the space you have in your closet. If I sound like I have a list, but I am so sorry, but like, braces really did a number on me. Like, when I started saying too many S's or too many C's, it just sounds like a whole bunch of so I'm sorry. But yeah, it really just maximizes the space. So I definitely recommend that you guys get one. Not everyone has one, and I feel like they're really slept on, but trust me, you guys, like, get one. You can put your shoes in there if you want, but definitely just make sure you have one. So the next thing you want to make sure you bring is a shower caddy, so you can hold your loofah, face wash, soap, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, toothbrush, whatever. Make sure you have that. You can either get the plastic one or the mesh one. I personally have the mesh one just because it's more flexible, so I can hang it up anywhere. You know, it's not that problem. But with the plastic one, it doesn't stretch, it's not flexible, it's just this big bulky plastic one. And I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's really big, so you're gonna have to leave it on the floor, whereas my mesh one, I could hang it up if I want to. But yeah, it's up to you. But just make sure you have one, and make sure you get shower shoes. Listen, if you're in communals and you step into that shower with bare feet, you are brave, you are bold, because I would never. I shared a bathroom with like 5 other girls, and the shower part was mostly kept clean, and I would never ever in my life go in there with no shoes on. Like, unless you're moving into an apartment, I would not take a shower with no shoes on. Make sure you have slippers. Make sure you have shower shoes, okay? Like, you do not want to be showering with no shoes on. You're gonna wake up and have like 8 toes left. Like, make sure you have shower shoes. And also, if you have like natural hair like me, or not even natural hair, but just if you're a girl, make sure you get a bathrobe, just because when you're fresh out the shower, wet hair, and you know, you like to style your hair when it's wet. Like, I have natural hair, so I do my wash and go on wet hair. It's so much easier to do it when you have a bathrobe, because the bathrobe gets wet. You just take it off when you're done with your hair, put your clothes on, whatever. If you don't have that, you're going to be wetting up your clothes as you're doing your hair. And chances are you're really not going to have anywhere in the dorm to put your wet clothes to like faithfully dry. So just invest in the bathrobe, trust me. And if you're in communals, bathrobes are way better anyways, because you're sharing a bathroom with like a million other people. Like, if you're in a suite, the bathrobe is optional. Like, I could have went without it, but just get a bathrobe. The next thing you want to get are those acrylic makeup holders and like pencil cases. Well, not pencil cases, but pencil hold. All right, they don't have to be acrylic. For the makeup, yes. For the pencil stuff, no. You just want to get stuff to like organize your pencils, pens, erasers, paper clips, whatever. You can either get the organizer. It's like a lamp attached to an organizer. If you go on Amazon, you'll see it. And yeah, you can just put all your stuff in there, or you can get an actual desk organizer. I personally recommend a drawer organizer, just because I'm somebody who, like, I can't work in a space that feels crowded, so I can't have all this stuff on my desk. So a lot of the stuff I kept in the drawers, and I'm not gonna lie, some of the drawers, like, there was pencils on one side and makeup on the other side. Like, they just started to become a mess. But it's just because the only thing that I could have on my desk is my lamp on one side, and then like a makeup mirror on the other side, because I cannot work with everything like surrounding me. Like, I need a clear space. But if you're not like that, you can buy the acrylic drawers for your makeup and just, you know, put it on your desk or wherever it fits at, and then get the lamp with the pencil stuff at the bottom, put that on your desk, or just even regular like pencil cup holders and put that on your desk. But just make sure you have something to organize it. You don't want to have packs of pencils just sitting around, or like loose pencils and pens sitting around, because it's going to become a mess. Just make sure you have some type of organization going on for that. The next thing you want to make sure you have, that you need to start buying right now, is command strips, because best believe when you move to college, there's not going to be any command strips in any Walmart, Target, Dwayne Reed, CVS, Dollar General, nothing. They're not going to have any, because everybody is going to be looking for command strips, or they have already brought all the command strips, because everybody has stuff they want to hang on the wall. And you know, sometimes people like to tape it, but not really, because tape either rips the paint, which command strips did to me too, or they're trying to hang up something that, you know, requires like a screwdriver or whatever, and they just need command strips. That's the point. They just need command strips, and there aren't any left. So I would recommend that you either go buy them now and hold on to them until you move in, or you order them on Amazon right now so you have them when you. But the point is, make sure you're going to school with command strips already. You don't want to get there and be like, oh, okay, I need command strips now, because have fun trying to find that. Like, really have fun trying to find that. The next thing you want to bring is an extension cord, but like, you can't have any regular extension cord. You have to have like a surgical, I think it's called like a surgical extension cord. It's like something that's like fireproof. But like, yeah, I really needed one, because most of the time when you move into a room, there's only going to be 2 outlets, one on your side of the room and one on your roommate's side of the room. And obviously the outlet only has 2 holes, so if you're charging your phone or your laptop, you can't plug anything else in. So I had like a surgical extension cord, or extension box, or I don't even know what it's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And a surge protector, there we go. You want to get a surge protector. And yeah, the one I had, it's like a box, and it had literally like 12 outlets on it, like 12. It was the best thing ever, because when so many people were in my room, mad people could charge their phone. So like, it had the outlets, and then it had like USB ports, so it was just amazing, like literally amazing. But I was able to charge my phone, my laptop, my Apple Watch, plug up the TV, like plug up my lights. Like, that thing, it was literally just amazing. So I definitely recommend that. I was able to plug up my printer, because nothing is more annoying than having to like constantly unplug one thing to plug in something else. But if you have a surge protector, you can just keep everything plugged in, and it's a-okay. Like, the refrigerator was plugged up, my lamp was plugged up. Like, it was just a great investment, so I definitely recommend that you get that. The next thing you want to get, well, this is optional, but it's a rug. Like, dorm room floors, they're not cute. They are far from cute. And the way me and my roommate's room was set up, we had a large floor area, like just open floor. So before we got the rug, it kind of just looked a little like weird. Like, it didn't really feel cozy. It didn't really feel homey, because it was just like this big blue floors in the way. Like, it looks like a school lunchroom floor. So we went to Walmart, we brought a rug. I think it was like $40, and it made the room feel very homey, very cozy, more comfortable, because you're not looking at so much of just a plain lunchroom floor. You're looking at a cute, white, fluffy rug, and it was just cute. So I definitely recommend getting a rug if you have the space for it and if you're tired of looking at that horrible floor. But don't buy the rug before you get there. Make sure you go to your room first, see what the space is looking like, see if you even need a rug, and then from there, make the extra purchases. The next thing you want to invest in is a mini fridge. So if you're going to Albany, they are going to send you like a refrigerated leasing company thing, like in the mail or like an email or something, and basically it's going to be a mini fridge with a microwave attachment, and I think it's like $150 for the whole school year, or like $200 for the whole school year. You can either pay for it yourself or you and your roommate could split it. But yeah, I definitely recommend it, just because when you go to Walmart, like, yeah, you're gonna buy snacks, but you're not always gonna want chips and stuff. Sometimes you're gonna want fruit or fruit cups, or you're gonna buy drinks that you want it to be cold. And also, like, for example, Hot Pockets you can put in the freezer, and then who doesn't need a microwave? So I would definitely recommend that. But I think this school year, me and my roommate are going to be like getting our own fridge, just because the fridge that they do lease you is very, very tiny. Like very tiny, so you're not gonna be able to put a lot of stuff in there, especially if you're sharing it with someone. You're not gonna be able to put a lot of stuff. So I think I'm gonna actually invest in my own mini fridge, just so I can buy a little bit more stuff and not have to worry about sharing it with somebody else. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting some sort of type of fridge. So the next thing you want to bring is decorations, but tread carefully with the decorations. Like, don't go crazy with the decorations. Like, you could bring your little string lights, fairy lights, a couple posters, maybe even one of these, these things right here. But they do have like a line in the wall, so it's not gonna be able to reach all the way to the top of the ceiling. They're gonna have like a line, like, and that's the highest you can put stuff. Some people put it over it anyways. Do what you want to do, it don't really matter. But yeah, you want to bring decorations, but don't go crazy with the decorations, because remember, you're not going to be here forever. Eventually you are going to have to pack all this stuff up, and you don't want to be spending 3 hours packing up decorations that you really didn't need. So only bring the bare minimum. Like, bring enough where it looks nice, and that's it. You don't have to go like super duper crazy. This is not MTV Cribs. Like, chill out with the decorations. So I already mentioned this before, but the next thing you want to bring is a desk lamp, just because when you're working at your desk and say your roommate is sleeping, you don't want to have all the lights on, because it's kind of gonna bother them. Like, for example, in our room we had like 2 big overhead lights, and even if I left hers off and I turned mine on, it was bright enough that it would still shine on her side of the room. Like, the whole room would still be lit up. So definitely invest in a desk lamp. That way both those big overhead lights could stay off, or the lamp could stay off, or whatever light source you have in your room can stay off, and you can just only use the light on your desk without disturbing your roommate, because you don't want to be disturbed when you're sleeping, right? So don't disturb them. The next thing you want to bring is a mini trash can. I feel like so many people forget about the trash part, but yeah, get a trash can. You don't want to get anything too big, because you don't want to have so much trash piling up in your room, but you do want something that's a decent size, that you don't find yourself having to take out your trash every single day. So I think the one I have is like a 2-gallon trash can, and that was a pretty decent size for me. It's stainless steel. You step on it, the top opens up, it closes when you let go, and I don't know, it was just a really good size for me, because think about it, what type of trash are you really putting in your garbage can? And if you're ordering like Chinese food or Domino's or whatever, that's stuff that I would literally take downstairs to the trash from the minute I was finished with it, just because I don't want like excess food lingering in the trash can or in the room, because I don't want to attract bugs to my room, because I'm deeply afraid of them. So yeah, you don't really need the biggest trash can, but you don't want the smallest. And if you have any extra food, just take it straight to the trash room. You don't want to have it sitting in your room. The next thing you want to bring is a fan, because listen, when you move in, it is going to be hot. I don't care if your college has central air, central heating. My school told me we had the same thing, and it wasn't really doing anything. Like, it was still so hot in that room. So make sure you bring a fan. It can either be a big fan that you can share, or it could be a little personal fan that just, blows air in your face. But the point is, bring a fan, bring something to cool you down. And then also, sometimes in the wintertime, it could get really cold. So you might want to invest in a heater, but you have to like look at your school's policies, because I know there are some heaters you can get and some heaters you can't get. Like, I don't think you could bring a space heater, because some things are flammable, but I know you can have some type of heater. You just need to check and see which kind it is that you can have. But I would definitely recommend getting some type of heater, because I used to be freezing, like literally freezing. Like, definitely I'm going to try to invest in a heater this year, but I have to see, because the dorm I'm living in is going to be a little bit different. It's not as renovated, so I think we still have the old heaters, which were actually working, so I might not need one. But definitely wait until it starts getting cold to see if you need one or not. And if you do, invest in one, because maybe you won't get sick as much if you're not sleeping in a freezing cold room. Feel me? So the next thing you want to bring is medicine. You want to have cough drops, ibuprofen, Tylenol, Advil, like any type of medicine you can think of. You definitely want to bring that. I just feel like so many people forget that, like, you're going to be sharing so many spaces with other kids, and you're not going to always be thinking about sanitizing your hands or doing whatever. Well, now, yeah, because of Corona. But, you know, before, nobody was really thinking about that. Like, if you had hand sanitizer, you'll use it. But, see, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Yeah, make sure you bring medicine, just because you're going to be sharing a lot of spaces, like I said, and you're going to get sick. Like, I know at the beginning of the semester, I think I was sick for literally like 2 to 3 weeks, to the point I was getting so tired of being sick, I literally went back home. So I was like, okay, I need to be in a new environment so I can like heal, because I can't do this anymore. Like, I was literally so congested, so lightheaded. Like, I don't know what I did or who I was around, but I got really, really sick. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna go home, and that did make me feel better. So I think it was just the environment I was in. Like, it was just too many germs everywhere. Like, I could not get better. And along with having medicine on hand, please make sure you bring vitamins. Like, you're in a new environment, you're with these new people, like, bring some vitamins, because trust me, there's going to be a lot of times where your energy is drained. You're not at home for your family's cooking, so you might be lacking some vitamins. You might not be eating as well as you need to, or as you used to, or as healthy, I mean. So you definitely want to have vitamins, because I made sure I started taking vitamins at the beginning of the semester, and y'all, when I started taking them, I literally felt like I had so much more energy, like more alive, like I wasn't as tired. And then when I stopped, I went right back to being like so fatigued and so tired. So I definitely recommend that you buy vitamins. So another thing you want to make sure you have when you come to school is a laptop. Like, I know that you can use the laptop in the libraries, well, not the laptop, but the desktop in the library, but it's not the same as having your own laptop where you can literally save everything you need for class right there. You don't have to worry about carrying around a hard drive, or, you know, people deleting it off the computer. So definitely I recommend investing into a laptop. It doesn't have to be an Apple computer, because I know those are expensive, but the cheapest computer you can find that works for you, is good quality for you, definitely buy that. Or like, y'all, like, really, like, invest in a laptop, because you're gonna need it. There's so many times you're gonna have to do research or type of essay, and it's better to just do it in the comfort of your room or at your own desk than to try to be in the library, because yes, the library is quiet, but sometimes it does get a little loud at certain times, or a little crowded. And I'm somebody who can't focus if I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of people, because I tend to stare and look and zone out, and yeah, so I just rather do it in my room. So yeah, I definitely recommend that you get a laptop. And also, if you're one of those people that rather type your notes instead of, like, you know, writing down your notes, you can bring your laptop with you to class and type all your notes and have it all on your computer instead of having 1,000,001 separate notebooks. But yeah, get a laptop. And the last thing I recommend that you bring to college is a little spin-a-night bag. Feel me? A spin-a-night bag. But yeah, bring like some type of duffel bag or a big bag that you can put clothes in, just because sometimes on the weekends, say your friends go to another college, right? You might drive up there to that college, and you want to make sure you have a bag for that. Or say, for example, in Albany, the week before homecoming, literally everyone goes home. Like, everyone goes home. But yeah, like I was saying, literally the week before homecoming, everyone goes home, because they get their hair done, their nails done, their eyebrows, like new outfits. Like, you know, Albany goes crazy with the homecoming pop out. So everybody goes home, and you definitely want to have like a little book bag or duffel bag that you can put like a weekend's worth of clothes in to take home, and then come back with, you know, nothing too crazy, because some people have to carry these big suitcases with them. And honey, if you think I'm getting on a mega bus with a suitcase, then you must have lost your mind. But yeah, bring some type of duffel bag or not suitcase. Bring some type of duffel bag or anything that you can put clothes in that's not too big or not too small, feel me? And also, because like sometimes your school may have an event where you guys go camping. Like, I know my school had like little camping events or whatever, and you better make sure that you have like a little, you know, bag that you can put your stuff in. So now I'm gonna move on to the things that you do not need. So the first one is a trunk. Now this is more like a maybe. If you're gonna buy a trunk, I suggest that you get to your room first and see if you really need a trunk, and then if you do, then get one. I brought a trunk before I moved in, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of regret it, just because it took up a lot of space under my bed. Mind you, I didn't have a rising bed, so once I put the trunk there, I couldn't put anything on top of it. And then I tried to move it into my closet, there was no space for it, so I just had it sitting between me and my roommate's closet, and we put a TV on top of it. But I would not recommend it, just because it's so big and it's so bulky, and I just feel like if you have a room that locks, you don't need to really hide your stuff away, especially if you're friends with your roommate and you guys are on the same page. Like, no having 1,000,001 people in the room, no having people in the room we're not there, no leaving without locking the door, then you're gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna be able to take your stuff. But yeah, if you have a roommate who doesn't bring their key or doesn't lock their door or whatever, yes, I kind of recommend having a trunk, but it's like I said, it takes up a lot of space. I would definitely recommend waiting until you get there and seeing if you really need a trunk and seeing other alternatives you may have to like keep your valuables safe, because that trunk is hefty and it's big and it's a nuisance. The next thing is an iron. I brought an iron, and I think I have an ironing board too, and that was literally a waste of money. I did not use it, not once. Like, literally not once. Like, I know there's gonna be times where your stuff is wrinkled, but honestly in college, when you're in a rush, you don't even care if something is wrinkled. You're just gonna put it on and throw a sweater over it, and most of the time my clothes weren't even wrinkled anyways. Like, you can bring an iron if you want. That is something good to have on hand just in case you need it, but chances of you actually using it is very, very, very low. Like, I can't remember the last time I even used an iron. The next thing is perfume. Like, I brought so much perfume with me to school. Okay, no, I didn't bring a lot. I have a lot, and I brung too much. I'm just gonna say I brung too much. I did not need that. You can only wear one perfume a day, you know? Well, one perfume at a time. And I just realized that I really did not need all that perfume. Am I gonna bring back that same amount when I go back to school? Probably, yeah, because I like switching up my scent, but you really don't need that. You probably need 1 or 2, maybe even 3, and that's it. I don't know why I felt the need to bring like 6, but yeah, you really don't need that much perfume. The next thing is makeup. I know I said that if you have makeup, get acrylic drawers, but that's what I mean. Like, if you're gonna bring makeup, bring like the bare minimum. Like, do not bring your whole makeup collection. Like, you don't need the whole collection. Bring like, you know, like your foundation, concealer, your eyebrows, lip gloss, whatever, and then bring like probably 1 or 2 palettes just in case you have to go to an event and you really want to like spice things up. But other than that, you do not need all of the makeup that you own, because you're not going to use all of that makeup. I promise you, like, you're not going to. And the last thing, which I feel like everybody should know, is clothes. The biggest mistake everybody makes is bringing their whole wardrobe with them freshman year, because they're like, oh yeah, like I want to look cute every single day, or you know, I want to be the flyest out, drip or drown, feel me? And best believe, after like the first week or first 2 weeks of school, you're gonna start going to class in like Crocs, leggings, a sweater, sweatpants, a sweatsuit. You're probably gonna wear the same sweatsuit like 3 days in a row. Like, literally, you do not need all your clothes. Like, when you're packing your clothes, this is what I say to do, right? When you're packing your clothes, when you're folding something, ask yourself, when's the last time you wore that shirt? And if it wasn't anytime recent, don't bring it, because chances are when you get to school, you're not going to wear it. And on top of that, when you're in school, you're going to order more clothes just because you're going to hear about an event coming up and you probably have the cutest idea in your head, and then you're going to order something for that and then have nowhere to put it. And so, yeah, just don't bring everything. If you don't wear something at home, you're definitely not going to wear it at college, so just leave it here. I made the mistake of bringing almost every single last thing because I had so many ideas in my head, and then I literally did not wear any of them. So don't bring all that. But yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope I helped you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comment them down below. Make sure you guys go tune into my other 2 Albany videos. Like, they're just questions about college. Well, some of them are Albany related, but you can still go tune in if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. And make sure to go check out OCM discount down below.